by. Welcome back to the Barnesville Sports Arena as we are 5 minutes and 45 seconds away from our second game of the doubleheader between the Barnesville Trojans and the Pelican Rapid Vikings. Pelican Rapids comes into the game with a record of 8-2 on the season. Barnesville's at 5-5. Pelican has lost to Henning, the number one team in the section, 9-0, maybe even the number one team in the state. I'm not quite sure what that meant. 77-60, and they lost to Oak Grove on a amazing ending, which Coach Gollingsrud was not too pleased with it. As they were down, Oak Grove was down 2 with 3 seconds to go in the game. They threw a long pass. It was intercepted. Kid lined it up from half court from Oak Grove and swished it, a 3 to win the game. So pretty devastating ending, but they came right back and won the next 2 games over West Central 60-45 and East Grand Forks 65-58. So they're sitting at 8-2 overall, and I was told they're sitting at the 2 seed right now behind Henning in the section. They are Section 6 of Class A. They have dropped down to Class A this year after winning the Class 2A Section 8 championship the last 2 years. They are now down to Section A and will take their shot at getting a 3rd trip to state through that bracket. Barnesville sitting at 5-5 overall. Last game they lost on Tuesday night 68-60 to Staples Motley. Lost the game before to Frazee 77-73. Their conference record is looks like 2-1, 2-2, 2-4. So this is a conference game. So Barnesville's coming with a 2-4 record. Some stats that were sent to me today by Coach John Gollingsrud, who's been the head coach in Pelican Rapids for 12 years. He was assistant 2 years before that. He was the head girls coach at Perham for 3 years and assistant for 2 of that. His overall record is 163 wins, 148 losses. He was nice enough to get this information to me today. Some of the stuff I asked for, as we are real close friends, being we referee on the same football crew. So I asked for some information and I put him to work. So he got me a few things I can share with you tonight. Leading scorer for Pelican Rapids is Miguel Torres, who's got leading at 19.8 points a game. Jack Welch is 14.3 points a game. He's a 6'8" senior who is slated to move on and play basketball at Concordia St. Paul. Grady Larson, 6'2", 6'2" junior, sitting at 12 points a game, as well as Ethan Eisenman at 8 points a game. Last year, all conference players, Miguel Torres and Larson were named to the all-conference team last year, and Torres also was named in 24, so he's been playing on the varsity for at least 3 years, but I think it's been longer than that. Very nice player, smart player on the court, kind of like another coach on the court, so very talented young man. It's going to be fun to watch. And what else do I have there? We're leading rebounders. Larson's 8.6 a game, Eisenman 5, Welch 4.9. Leading assists, Torres at 3.8, Eisenman at 3.5. That rounds out the stats I was able to get for Coach Gollingsrud and his staff, which consists of Adam Johnson, Dave Runn, and Derek Nelson. I did ask for some information about his assistant coaches, and he said, I cannot give you information that you could put on the air, so I'm not quite sure what that meant, but I thought I would share that with everybody. All right, on to the Barnesville Trojans. Okay, we are looking at a starting lineup of Logan Ellert, 6'4" senior. Adam Brandon, a 6' senior. Grant Quiggle, a 6-foot senior. Brody Faulkner, a 6'1 senior. And Jacob Strand, a 5'9 sophomore. Last game, Faulkner led them with 26 points in the loss to Staples Motley. In the 68-60 loss to Staples Motley. That game was played without Logan Ellert, and I think that probably was a big deciding factor in that game, but he is back tonight, which is good to see. Barnesville is sporting the black uniforms tonight. They're coming out with the black uniforms, the purple trim, white numbers. While Pelican Rapids will sport their white uniforms, orange trim, orange numbers. Referees for this game, once again, are from the Lake Agassiz Officials Association. Your head referee now will be Blaze Schmidt and Rob Nudell, and Ryan Weiser will be your umpires.
Good evening and welcome to the second match of tonight's doubleheader between the Pelican Rapids Vikings and the Barnesville Trojans. Let's meet the starting lineups. First, the visitors on the scoreboard, the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Number 2, Ethan Eisman.
Starting for Pelican Rapids will be Ethan Eisman, number 2. Number 3, Miguel Torres.
Number 5, McLean Hovland.
Number 5, McLean Hovland.
Number 21, Grady Larson.
Number 20,
Number 23, Jack Welch.
And number 23, Jack Welch will be your starters.
John Gillisrud.
Head coach is John Gullingsrud, like I said, in his 12th season.
Barnesville Trojans.
Starting lineups for the Barnesville Trojans, as we just went through, are coming up.
Number 5, Brody Faulkner. Number 2, Adam Brandon. Number 11, Jacob Strand. Number 1, Logan Ellis. And number 3, Grant Quiggle.
All right, once again, your starting lineup. Number 1, Logan Ellert. Number 2, Adam Brandon. Number 3, Grant Quiggle. Number 5, Brody Faulkner. Number 11, Jacob Strand. Head coach is Matt Askegard, assisted by Adam Tonsfeld and Justin Haugen. And the stats did not come my way for them, so I can't give you anything offhand right now, as we have some confusion with, we don't have a game ball. Coach Askegard's going to look for one. Being a former referee, he's doing the testing of it, seeing if the bounce is right. And there it is. The bounce is to his liking. Now he's got to see if it's going to be to the officials' liking. And it looks like it is. We're going to have Logan Ellert against Jack Welch on the tip. Barnesville going to the left. Actually to the right on your screen. And Pelican Rapids to the left. Pelican Rapids with the tip. Secures the ball over to Welch on the right wing. Ellert's guarding him. A little double team over to Eisman. Torres has the ball on the left. Grady Larson passes it over. Eisman attacks the hoop. A little curl action out to Eisman for 3. Off the mark, box out, rebound from Jacob Strand. Up the court, he quickly races up the court. Off the mark is Faulkner. Rebound to, eventually goes to Quiggle. Goes in, gets tipped away by Hovland. Ball goes to Torres. Torres quickly up to Larson. Ball gets tipped away again. Hovland gets the ball over in the corner to Eisman. Eisman drives down to the short corner. Torres has the ball over to Larson. Back to Larson. And we're going to have a foul call on. Looks like. Oh, Logan Ellert got that. I looked at that. So Ellert got the foul. Step into the line is Grady Larson. First shot is up and in. Pelican Rapids, first one's on the scoreboard at the 16:56 mark in the first half, 1-0. Second shot is lined up. Larson knocks that down too. 2-0. Vikings lead. Brandon brings the ball up the court, over to Faulkner. Logan Ellert comes over to set a fake screen. Faulkner attacks the hoop. Welch says, not right now in my area, as he knocks that ball out of bounds. Kind of tough to get over a 6'8" kid. But you also have to attack him, so I really like that move by Faulkner. You got to go after these guys. Can't be afraid of height. Quiggle on the right wing. He attacks as well against Welch. Trying to go inside, and he gets a foul call in, and one, everybody. It was a great, outstanding play by Grant Quiggle. Got him up in the air, changed the direction of his shot, and got the and one call. Welch has got his first foul. Quiggle lines up and gets a conventional three-point play. And we got a shot clock violation. I keep saying violation, sorry. Error, as our shot clock operator has sidetracked apparently on that. I won't tell you who that is. A lot of us know, but I'll just keep that to myself. No, it's not. It's a hard job. You got to stay focused and on track on that, and can easily get away from him. Dump down low and a foul call on Ellert's, the second one inside to Welch. That was a nice high-low play. And that'd be Ellert's second. Jack Welch steps to the line. Shoot 2 shots here. They definitely have a size advantage. There's definitely a mismatch. Welch knocks down the first shot to tie the game. Not sure how Barnesville is going to counter that, as they don't have the height size, so they're going to have to do something a little bit different. We'll see what Coach Asker comes up with. Nice looking shot there. Knocks down his second throw. 4-3 Pelican. Strand races up the court to the right side. Stops at the right wing. Over to Ellert up the top of the key. Quiggle on the left baseline. He drives the lane. Kicks it out to Ellert. Ellert lines up a 3. Off the mark. Rebound Pelican. Eisenman has the ball on the left side. He attacks the short corner again, kicks it out, tipped by Faulkner out of bounds. Pelican ball, 27 to shoot, left on the shot clock. Nice play, screen back, and Grady Larson for an easy bucket. 6-3 Pelican, Larson's 4th point of the game. Faulkner to Ellert. Over to Quiggle. Quiggle back to the top of the key with it. He attacks Welch again. Not there this time. Looking to pass it out. Gets it out to Brody Faulkner. Ellert, the left-handed move inside. Gets a nice little floater just off the mark. Rebound is Hovland. Brings the ball up the court and got it to Eisman. Eisman attacks to the right. Short corner kicks it out to Torres. Torres gets it down low to Larson, who's going to attack Ellert again. Back to Torres. Torres takes the 17-footer off the mark, but Larson secures the rebound for a second. Off his leg, out of bounds. Barnesville will now have the ball going full court as Pelican Rapids picks him up full court man. Adam Brandon's going to bring the ball up the court. Barnesville setting him at offense as Pelicans going man-to-man. Branham counters. Goes in. Dipsy-do and underneath. Scores the point. Nice play by Adam Brandon. First basket of the game. On an up and under layup. 6-5. Barnesville's trailing by 1. Ball's deflected out of bounds by Brandon. We got a couple subs coming into the game. Hovland's checking out, and number 4, Fay is checking into the game. CJ Fay, and then Cody Mashu checked into the game for Adam Brandon. Looks like we got a tipped ball. Pelican retains possession, 21 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball goes to the left corner. Up to the top of the key, Fay drives the hoop. Hard shot, nice rebound by Masju. Barnesville is up the court. Pelican Rapids transition defense was really nice there, got back quick. Quiggle drives, step under, 5-foot jumper is good, giving Barnesville a 7-6 lead. As Grant Quiggle had a 7-foot up and under shot, nice little looking shot, good form. Down to Larson. Larson kicks out to Torres. Torres drives the baseline. Ball's fumbling all over. Torres somehow got the ball back. Was tipped. Scores the layup. Gives Pelican Rapids the lead back at 8-7. Torres' first basket of the game. Ball goes to the right wing. Grant Quiggle has it. Torres is guarding him. Quiggle drives the baseline, hits a nice 15-foot jumper again. He's feeling it tonight. That's Quiggle's 7th point. Nice 15-foot jumper. Nice deflection by Cody Masju on that play. Coach Askegaard's giving Quiggle a quick rest. He's got 7 of their points. As Adam Brandon checks back in. Bench is probably going to be short. He wants to give us lots of rest tonight. Eisenman with the ball. And Brandon gets a reach-in foul. His first. Team third. Martin Dukek is checking into the game for Logan Ellert. So we got Strand, Dukek, Faulkner, Masju, and Brandon into the game for the Trojans. Eisenman to Larson. Larson in. We're going to have a traveling call. Traveling on Pelican. Barnesville ball. Trojans lead 9-8. We've got a late sub in. Grant Quiggle's checking back in for Jacob Strand. Barnesville will check that ball in again. Brody Faulkner's coming up the court. Oh, he speeds past. He's got lots of speed. Kicks it out to Quiggle. Quiggle's guarded by Eisenman. He's been feeling it, so they're probably going to guard him a little bit closer. Pelican usually has good defense the way it is. Drive in, a tough shot off the mark. Good rebound by Larson as he speeds up the court. 2-on-2 fast break. Fay goes in, gets a layup himself to give Pelican Rapids the lead. 10-9. Fay is a nice-looking young player. They're 6'2" sophomore. He's definitely athletic. You can tell that. Runs up and down the court. Faulkner lines up a 3 and knocks it down with a triple. Brody Faulkner with the 3. 12-10 lead Barnesville. Last game he had, I'm not quite sure how many, but it was 26 points. I know he had a handful of 3. I think it was 5 to be exact, so he's been feeling it from outside lately. There's a mismatch down low, but off the mark by Jack Welch. He had a layup. Now he goes in after the rebound and gets a nice little floater to tie the game at 12. Offensive rebound. Barnesville's going to have to fight for rebounds. Once again, Faulkner races up the court and hits a nice little floater himself. Give Barnesville a 14-12 lead. Welch takes it in again. Another floater, rebound. Fay gets the rebound. He kicks it out to Torres. Torres lines up a 3. Nothing but net. 15-14 lead Pelican Rapids with 11:30 to go in the first half. If you leave Miguel Torres open, he will make you pay. Faulkner gets the ball, secures it over to Brandon. Brandon lines up a 3 off the mark. We've got a foul call on 15. Martin Dukek. Couldn't tell. There was 2 Trojans that were fighting for the ball there, and one had an arm. That was Martin Dukek is who they called it on, so we'll give the foul to Martin. Their 4th, his first. We're going to have a timeout. We're going to have a 30-second timeout from Barnesville. We'll keep it here. So Matt Askegaard decides to take a timeout. We got a score of 15-14 Pelican Rapids, 11-12 remaining in the game. Right now we got a fast-paced game, which is to be expected. Both teams like to get up and down the court. Both teams expect to get into the 70s or 80s in points. Pelican Rapids does play good man-to-man defense, but so does Barnesville. Just a little bit of size advantage for Pelican. They have been using that pretty well inside. They're getting the ball to Jack Welch down low. He's been getting it in within that 3 to 5 foot area, and he's only missed one shot that I remember seeing. He's been getting it down low. He's been doing a nice job. Grady Larson's also been attacking the basket, and they've hit a few threes as well. On the other end, Quiggle and Faulkner have been leading Barnesville with their scoring. 7 for Quiggle, 5 for Faulkner, it looks like, as Fay inbounds the basketball to Eisenman. Some new subs check into game. Ball goes over to Eisenman. Larson with the slip, and the layup is off miss, but offensive rebound goes to Roysum. Andon Royson gets rebound, and another foul from Martin Dukek. That's his second, team's 5th. Sending Roysum to the line. First of 2 is off the mark. Okay, so Roysum is in the game. Larson, Eisenman, Fay, and looks like Farah. And the second one's off the mark too. On the rebound was secured by Brandon. Faulkner bringing the ball up the court. Over to Moshew in the right corner. He dribbles and enters the baseline, kicks it out to Faulkner, who dribbles the left baseline. Kicks it back out to Brandon. Ball's moving all over. Moshew for 3, off the mark. Faulkner's high points it, gets the rebound. Kicks it over to Brandon, over to Moshew again, who lines up another 3 and is off the mark. And another rebound by Faulkner. And on the line. Brody Faulkner's all over the boards down there, and he's got to be, so is the rest of the Trojans, because they got to get some rebounds with that height advantage, definitely with Pelican. And Brody was doing a nice job trying to keep possessions alive there. Unfortunately, the foot was out of bounds. Here comes Pelican up the court. Fay and Royson have a 2-man game. And inside layup is missed. And Larson gets the rebound and puts the putback up for a layup. Brady Larson for an offensive rebound putback. 17-14 Pelican lead. Faulkner drives in, kicks it out to Parker Strom has entered the game. I missed that. My apologies. Over to Quiggle on the right. Quiggle looks to drive in, gets the ball knocked away. Drive again. Strom out of bounds, turnover. Turnover Barnesville. Jacob Strand is checking back in for Brandon at the 9:37 mark, as well as Tate Marich, who is checking into the game for Pelican for Fay, for CJ Fay. Pelican Rapids has the ball, bringing it up the court. Miguel Torres against Brody Faulkner. Man-to-man defense. High ball screen. Now he uses it. Moshew jumps it. Ball's up to half court. Real close to that division line, but still good. Marich over to Farah. Miguel Torres drives the hoop. Misses it, but Welch goes over the top without fouling, goes over the top and gets offensive rebound put back for a 5-point Pelican Rapids lead. Faulkner drives in, floaters off the mark, and rebound by March and stolen by Quiggle. And Logan Ellert with the basket. Breaks the scoring run, makes it 19-16. Logan Ellert's got a 5-foot runner. Screen and roll up top. Pelican likes to use it offense. Off the hands of Roysum, out of bounds. Barnesville ball as Brandon checks back into the game for Moshew at the 8:38 mark of the first half. Faulkner brings it up the court. Jack Welch jumps the screen, goes to high post to Logan Ellert. The free throw line. We're going to have a foul call. Foul calls on Roysum. And on Royston's first, team's second. Ball's inbounded, moving around the top. It's up the top to the Quiggle. Quiggle being guarded by Tate Marich. Strand drives it in, kicks it out to Faulkner. Faulkner over to Strand. Strand right corner, shoots a three off the mark. Quiggle with the rebound. Quiggle with the and one play. Gets another and one. Great offensive rebound. Goes to the other side. Shot fake. Got into the body. Got the foul call and scores the basket.
Falls on Pelicans number 33, Anthony Royston. Barnesville's Grant Quiggle to the line shooting.
Quiggle steps to the line. Chance for a conventional three-point play to tie this game up. As the starters for Pelican have checked back into the game, Quiggle does that. 5-0 run for Barnesville gets them back to a tie game. Eisenman's bringing the ball up the court against Brandon. Ball's tipped. Ball's fed into Torres up on the left elbow. High screen from Welch, tipped away. Faulkner's guarding him. Kick out to Hovland. Hovland over to Larson. Larson to Eisman in the left wing. They like to move the ball around. Welch gets it down low. He's got a size advantage. Misses it again. Hard shot. Great defense. Quiggle takes it all the way up the court. Nice. Very good play by Quiggle. Looks like we got a foul call. I'm sorry, I missed that. I was looking to see if it was going to be a goaltending, but they decided it was not. Quiggle steps to the line as he was fouled. Misses the first. Looks like the foul was on Eisenman, maybe. Kind of missed that one, but there's their fourth. Quiggle steps up there, gives Barnesville 20-19 lead, 6-0 run. At the 7:32 mark, Eisenman brings it down to the right corner, passes up top to Larson. Larson kicks it back to Eisman. Tipped from Brandon. Swing the ball to the left, down low to Larson. Larson on Quiggle. Kicks it out to Eisman, who drives baseline. Kicks it back out to Hovland, who steps back for a three off the mark. Quiggle with another rebound and another sprint to the court. And he's got a kick out to Strand. Strand sets up for a three, and he's off the mark again. He rebound by Eisenman. It's a great look. Great look. Just got to get those baskets to go. Eisenman with a nice dive. Over to Hovland. Hovland to Torres. Torres says, I'm going to take this shot. Knocks it down. Boom. Three gives them the lead. 22-20 Pelican. Having watched Torres play, having refereed him, he's a one player that when he gets on a roll, he's confident. That ball's going into the hoop. Off balance shot by Brandon ties the score at 22. Torres up top. Faulkner is playing man-to-man defense. High screen by Welch. They hedge it, get back into position. Up top, elbow, Larson. Block shot, kick out. Eisenman's wide open. He lines up a three. Off the mark. Hovland tips the ball. Larson gets it again. Hustle plays 50-50 balls all going to Pelican. And there's Torres again. He knocks it down, 25-22. He's feeling it. That is his 11th point. He's definitely feeling it. Quiggle, he steps back off the mark. Larson with the rebound. Larson gets it up court quick. Ball's tipped by Ellert right to Strand. Strand gets it to Faulkner. Faulkner decides he's going to attack. Nope, he kicks it out to Brandon. Brandon kicks it out to Strand. Strand to Ellert. And Ellert to Quiggle. Still 25 in the shot clock. Plenty of time to go. Kick it out to Faulkner. Faulkner with the three. And it's down. It's good. Another three-point shot from Gordy. Faulkner ties this game up at 25 with a nice assist from Grant Quiggle. Torres with a nice drive down finds Welch. Welch decided he didn't want to shoot that one. Torres with a nice look underneath. Larson with a shot fake gets Faulkner up in the air. And an and one. Larson's going to have a basket and a bucket. Not sure Coach Askegaard agreed with that one.
Pelicans number 21, Brady Larson, shooting.
Larson's going to line up his free throw, and it's off the mark. So 27-25 Pelican with 5:02 to go in the first half, as both teams are going back and forth in this heavyweight slugfest. Howard at the top, gets it over to Faulkner. Faulkner lines up a 25-footer off the mark. Torres with the rebound. Faulkner is feeling it, but just not on that shot. Torres is feeling it, and his is off the mark as well. But the long rebound goes back to Pelican. 50-50 balls right now are going Pelican's way. Barnesville's got to get that changed. Ball's over to the right wing to Torres. Torres going to drive baseline. Takes a floater, and it's good. 29-25. That's Torres' 13th point of the game. Faulkner has the ball on the right wing. Jake Strand up top. They got to get some scoring from somebody else besides Faulkner, and good drive. Brody takes it to the hoop. Eisenman comes from behind, gets the foul call on him. Great drive by Brody. Sends Faulkner to the line to shoot 2. First shot off the mark. We got substitutes checking into the game. We got Roysum and Fay for Pelican, and Quiggle and Ellert for Barnesville. Faulkner goes to the line for the second of a 2-shot foul. And that one's down. 29-26 Pelican. 3:59 to play in the first half. Man-to-man defense still for both teams. Nice drive in, and we got a dunk. Torres fed Welch for a slam dunk. I know I've seen that before in the referee, as I refereed these guys enough. They have a nice 2-man game there. 6'8". You can kind of get to the basket to dunk the ball a little bit. Kind of a fun aspect that I wouldn't know anything about. Steal by Pelican. Drive to the hoop. Eisenman's off. Ellert gets the rebound. Tough shot. Barnesville's trailing by 5 as they bring the ball up the court. High post look, tipped away. Bad pass, tipped away. Stolen by Torres. Torres leads to Welch. Welch goes in, easy bucket. 33-26. As we got an 8-1 scoring run here by Pelican to build this lead to 7. Strand kicks out to Faulkner. Faulkner for 3. Off the mark. Rebound Roysum. Roysum up the court. Torres has it. Right wing. Sets it up for Roysum. Roysum out to Eisenman. Strand's on Eisenman. Roysum's got the ball on the right. Tipped out of Welch's hands down low. Ellert's trying to move him. Fay. He drives the lane, and Grant Quiggle ties him up. Possession arrow goes to Barnesville. Great defensive possession on that one. Checking into the game is Adam Brandon for Brody Faulkner. As Pelican has bringing full court pressure. We have Fay guarding the ball, Strand. We have Sadiq Farah in the game, as well as Roysum, Larson, and Torres. Quiggle with the drive, and off the hoop, a nice play. Grant Quiggle. A tough running shot over the outstretched arms of the defender. 33-28. Ball goes into Larson, back to Torres. Pelican Rapids moves the ball very well. Out to a wide open Fay, who misses the ball. Ball's tipped, secured by Barnesville. Here comes Barnesville up the court. Quiggle on the left wing. He lines up a 25-footer and off the mark. Larson with the rebound. Torres to Larson. Larson out to Farah. Larson inside to Torres. Torres gets a runner shot. And we got a rebound for Quiggle. reach-in foul called on Larson, and that is going to be their 5th.
Also on Pelicans, number 21, Brady Larson.
Looks like his first, team's 5th, as some subs have checked in. Welch has checked back in, and I'm assuming Eisenman. So we have Torres, Welch, Eisenman, Larson, and Farah. For Barnesville, Strand's bringing the ball up the court. Kick out to Quiggle. Eisenman stays with him, doesn't leave his feet. Quiggle drives in, nice defensive help. Brandon with the tough shot, and it's off the mark. Parker Strom in there battling for the rebound. Ball goes to Pelican. 49 seconds remaining in the first half. Torres drives, throws up a wild shot, was thinking there was a foul, no call. Here comes Faulkner up the court, 5-on-4. Torres races back to get it to even. 8-second difference on the shot clock and the game clock for the first half. Strand picks up his dribble. Brandon gets it at the top. Out to Strand. Strand back to Brandon. Top of the key. Nice move. Oh, off the mark. Great play. 18 seconds remaining in the half. Pelican Rapids with the ball and a 5-point lead. Eisenman, the ball. He's at the top of the key. It's kicked out to Torres. They set up for a 3, lined it up, and he knocks it down. With 3 seconds to go in the half, a 3-point shot gives them an 8-point lead as Pelican Rapids goes into the half with an 8-point 36-28 lead. That was a design play called by Coach Gollinger. They set it up. He yelled it out, and they set up nicely. Got Torres, who's been hot, knocks down his another 3, giving him 13 points, it looks like, in the half. Okay. And the score at the end of your first half is 36-28 Pelican Rapids as we take a short timeout.
Looking for friendly faces and the right tools for the job? Come on down to Strand Ace Hardware. Whether you're fixing a leaky faucet, painting the porch, or just need the right bolt for the job, we've got what you need. From hammers to paint, grills to gardening tools, we've got everything you need to get the job done. Strand Ace Hardware, right around the corner and always right here for you. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
Barnesville Athletics is brought to you by Barnesville Internet, Strand Ace Hardware, Work Local Barnesville, Barnesville Grocery, Cody's Car Clinic, 4 Hill Farms, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, Dean's Bulk Service, Lee's Electric, Barnesville Booster Club, Bliley's Excavation, Ratzo's Pool Hall. Thank you to all of our sponsors, and as always, go Trojans!
Barnesville Internet has the speed that your family needs. Today, we have smart devices in every room of our homes, from doorbells, thermostats, and lights to smart appliances like vacuums and refrigerators, not to mention TVs, computers, and mobile devices everywhere. With faster speeds at lower prices, now is the time to upgrade to the internet speed you need. More than ever before, your family depends on it, and you can depend on us as your best choice for fast, reliable internet. We're your friends down the street, Barnesville Internet.
All right, welcome back to the Barnesville Sports Arena. We're at halftime of our doubleheader in our second game. It's the Pelican Rapids Vikings 36, the Barnesville Trojans 28. Looking at the scoring in the first half, Miguel Torres has 16 points. So that 3 at the end of the half changed that from 13 to 16. CJ Fay has 2. Grady Larson has 8. Jack Welch has 10. So that's it for the scoring for the 36 points. Four players have scored for 36 points for Pelican. For the Barnesville Trojans, they also have 4 players scoring. Looks like Grant Quiggle has 13. Brody Faulkner has 8. That should be 9. And Adam Brandon has 4, and Logan Allard has 2 to round out their scoring, giving them the 28 points at halftime. This game has been a man-to-man defensive game. There hasn't been any zones. They're ball pressuring somewhat up the court. Both teams have relied on the outside shot with attacking the basket when they can. Both teams like to move the ball well. Both teams like to shoot the ball when they can. The difference right now has been a couple of Miguel Torres outside shots late, built that lead up. The score at one point was 25 all after Brody Faulkner nailed a 3. And Pelican Rapids ended the half on an 11-3 scoring run. The size advantage has been definitely in the favor of Pelican Rapids. Barnesville's worked pretty hard at that, and that's going to happen, but you're going to have to battle. Got to do the little things, boxing out, getting tips, tipping the ball to your neighbors, maybe not securing the rebound yourself, but getting to somebody else that can. They got to get that action back into their game. I'm just looking up to see if they changed the scoring, which they did here. Get that action back into their game, and they can get right back in this game in the second half. They only trail by 8. Once again, Pelican Rapids is a very, very talented team. They've won the section championship 2 years in a row in Section 8 AA, including beating the Barnesville Trojans last year in a tightly contested contest to send the team to their second state tournament trip in a row. This year they moved down because of school size, class size. I'm not sure if I have this accurate or not, but I think it was by 1 student. Move them down to Class A. If they stayed in Class 2A, they probably would be the favorite to take their 3rd straight trip to the state tournament. They're in Section 6 of Class A, and there's also a lot of talented teams down there, including the number 1 team and undefeated Henning Hornets. They played them earlier this year and lost to them in a closer contest, and I'm sure that's going to be a matchup that we're going to see down the road once again in one shape, form, or another in the playoffs. Pelican Rapids is coming back out on the court. Barnesville is starting to warm up. Barnesville is sitting at, I believe, 5-5. Not sure their section record offhand. So 5-5. I'll take a look here at the section standings as I can quickly look it up on Minnesota Scores Feed app. I should say quickly, and then it went to the wrong thing. So Section 8, Barnesville sits in 7th place with a 5-5 record out of the 14-team field, with right behind Staples Motley, who just beat them. Whereas Pelican Rapids sits in Section 6, and Henning sits in 1st place in that section, 9-0 record. Breckenridge is actually the 2nd place team now, just moved ahead of them with an 8-0 record. And Pelican Rapids sits in 3rd with an 8-2 record. Park Christian sits in 4th with an 8-1 record. New York Mills sits in 5th with an 8-0 record, and Benson's in 6th with a 10-0 record. So the top 6 teams in Section 6A have a combined total of 3 losses. 51 wins and 3 losses in the top 6 teams in that section. So very tough section, very talented section that they are in right now. Pelican Rapids will start the second half with Hovland and Eisenman and Torres and Larson and Welch. Barnesville starts with, and they will start with the ball, by the way. Barnesville playing defense has Faulkner and Brandon and Strand and his Quiggle, and he just got the foul with Larson. A nice setup. Great play from out of bounds. Timeout. They have a design play set up at halftime. High-low. They got Welch up at the high post. Dumps it down to Larson. Larson gets a shot fake. Quiggle gets a foul. Extends the lead to 10 as Larson goes to the line to shoot the free throw. Knocks that down. Once again, Coach Gollingsroot, the great design play coming right out of the half. And that's what he's definitely known for. He's a great X's and O's coach. Fundamentally sound. Kids love to play for him, just like Coach Askegaard. Just sound. He had a design play set up in the second half. Got the high post guy, Welch, to be up high, and they designed it in. Ellert went in for a nice layup shot just off the mark. Welch might have had a little bit of a defensive presence there. Right now they dump it down low. Ellert, Welch with the reach-in foul. Ellert with a nice tip, fighting around that post up by Welch. Goes to Jake Strand. Welch reaches in, gets his second foul of the game. Brody Faulkner's bringing the ball up the court. 39-28. Pelican Rapids 11-point lead. Quiggle out in the right top wing. Down to Brandon, who goes in for a layup. Nice move. Adam Brandon with a nice basket, 39-30. Lots of speed out here on both teams. Lots of quickness. Good fundamentals. Set solid screens. Strong passing. Torres gets in. Misses the bunny shot. For him, a bunny, I would say, about 6 foot off the mark. Rebound to the Trojans. And a screen and switch and a switch back. Faulkner goes in from about 10 feet off the mark, gets his own rebound right back and shoots it in. 39-32, Brody Faulkner with another basket. His 11th point of the game. Torres, left wing, drives in against Faulkner. He's looking to pass, kicks it out to Larson, who lines up a three-point shot. It's off the mark. Eisenman's going to get called for a pushing foul as he tried to get that tip out. Ethan Eisman, his second foul, team second of the half. As we have a little bit of referee adjustment going to the other side of the court. Ball's inbounded. Brandon over to Quiggle. Quiggle drives his short corner baseline move. Not there. He's double teamed. He's in trouble. He's got to get rid of the ball. Hard to get it. Jack Welch hit the ball off his hand and went off a Quiggle who's standing out of bounds. Turnover Barnesville. Pelicans ball back. 15:50 remaining in the second half. 39-32. Welch gets the ball at the elbow. It's tipped by Strand. Goes right to Larson. Out to Hovland. Hovland for a three. Off the mark. Ball's tipped again. Who's it going to go to? Oh, it's off the ball. Barnesville's hand, I should say. And Pelican Rapids retains the ball in the front court as C.J. Fay. Yep, C.J. Fay checks in for Hovland. That was a quick substitution. Ball goes to Eisenman in the corner. Eisenman into Welch. Welch down, kicks out to Torres. Torres slips the screen. Oh, nice block. And we had a jump ball by Brody Faulkner as he blocked the shot and they came down with it. Jump ball, possession arrow goes to Barnesville. It was an outstanding move by Torres, too, to split that seam, but Faulkner stayed with it and just got the hand on top of the ball and got himself a jump ball. Nice spin move by Brandon, who kicks it out to Quiggle. Attacks the basket and off the mark. Larson with the ball. Torres gets the ball. He crossed to Fay. Fay back to Torres. We got a reach-in foul call. on Barnesville.
Fouls on Barnesville's number 3, Grant Quiggle.
Grant Quiggle's second foul, second of the half. Pelican Rapids inbound in the front court. Slip. Ball is tipped out of bounds, stays Barnesville. Ball goes out to Faye. Faye to the corner to Eisenman. Eisenman to Faye to Torres. Barnesville's in a 2-3 zone defense now. Trap in the wing. Out to Eisenman. Dribble drive. Off the mark. But Grady Larson with the rebound. And a putback.
Basket made by Pelicans number 21, Grady Larson.
Larson doing the dirty work down low. Gets the basket. 41-32 lead for Pelican Rapids. Strand's got to get something going here. He hasn't looked to shoot much. He's missed a couple. He's got to look to do something. We've got to get another aspect of the game. Brandon he lines it up, and he knocks down a 3. Great look by Adam Brandon. Knocks down a 3, cuts the lead to 6.
Adam Brandon.
Larson with the spin move, and it's another bucket.
Basket made by
They're really using their size advantage right now. Welch with, there we go, Ellert with the drive, I should say. Got rid of Welch, and he makes the basket and the and one opportunity.
Fouls on Pelicans number 2, Ethan Eisman.
Left-handed player. Left-handed players are kind of tough to defend. He drives to the hoop, gets the left-handed touch, drops it in, goes to the line to shoot a free throw, 43-37. This shot is up and in, 43-38. Barnesville cuts the lead, cuts the deficit to 5. Eisenman's bringing the ball up the court, gets over to Farah. Screen, I was going to say illegal screen by Royce. I mean, he was still moving when they went to set the screen. And illegal screen.
Fouls on Pelicans number 30,
And in Royce,
Royce.
his third. Team's 5th. Sorry, team's 4th. His third, team's 4th. Quiggle gets the ball in the left wing. Drives in. Nothing there. Kicks it out to Faulkner. Top of the key. Over to Brandon. Brandon's kind of had some great scoring moves again. Out to Faulkner from Ellert. Faulkner inside, gets up high, leaves it short, gets up again, gets it stolen by Farah. He's racing up the court. They got a 4-on-4, not a foul, I should say. CJ Faye has the ball at the top of the key, goes over to Eisenman. Eisenman drives in, he gets a foul call. He's going to the line to shoot 2. Foul's going to be on Brandon.
Barnesville's number 2, Adam Brandon. Pelicans number 2, Ethan Eisman. Shooting.
Eisenman steps to the line, makes his first point of the game. Yep, first point of the game. Swish free throw. Lines up at second. Makes them both. 45-38 advantage. Torres checks in for Eisenman. They bring a token full court pressure. 45-38, 13:05 remaining in the second half. Pelican Rapids with the lead. Ellert sets a high screen. Kicked out to Brandon. Brandon shoots a 3, and he knocks in another 3. And Coach Eskegaard takes a timeout as Adam Brandon lines up his second 3 of the half.
Timeout, Barnesville.
Cut the deficit to 4 points, 45-41. We got a full timeout. We'll take a little break and be right back.
Looking for friendly faces and the right tools for the job? Come on down to Strand Ace Hardware. Whether you're fixing a leaky faucet, painting the porch, or just need the right bolt for the job, we've got what you need. From hammers to paint, drills to gardening tools, we've got everything you need to get the job done. Strand Ace Hardware, right around the corner and always right here for you. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
Pelican Rapids will entering the ball here off the timeout from Barnesville. Leading 45-41, 12:53 remaining in the game. Adam Brandon just knocked down a three, his 12th point of the game. Token pressure from Barnesville. Looks like a 2-3 zone, full court. Token pressure made him work up some shot clock. Torres out to Faro, out to Larson, back out to Torres, who lines up a three. It's off the mark, but a rebound by Fay and a basket put back by CJ Fay. Gives them a 6-point lead. Ball's kicked over to Brandon. Brandon over to Faulkner, who lines up about a 23-footer off the mark. Tough shot. Should probably get a better look than that. Racing up the court. Fay goes to Roysum. Roysum out to Torres. Torres slows it up, and now he drives baseline. Looks in, kicks it out to Farrell. Double. And a nice board. Thought he traveled, but he never got it. And Quiggle goes in. Little body, no call, and a basket. 47-43. Barnesville trails by 4. Farrah got the ball, right wing. He goes over to Larson, back to the top. Torres and Royston set on that screen. Fay's got the ball, double down on Larson. Larson kicks it out. Farrah drives to the hoop. Left-handed layup.
Basket made by Pelicans, number 1, Sadiq Farah.
Sadiq Farah is all they said that on there, so I'll go with that. I apologize for that name mistake. I am not positive on that one. Barnesville gets the ball up to the court. 21 on the shot clock. Quiggle for a three, and he knocks it down. Nice pass by Faulkner. Good set play. Grant Quiggle with another three. His 18th point of the game. Cuts the deficit to 3 points. Farah over to Royston, over to Larson. Farah over to Torres. Torres drives, hoop, out of control. Bodies flying everywhere. Ball, another shot, not going in. Faulkner with the rebound. Chance to cut into this 3-point lead by Pelican. Ellert with the screen. Faulkner with the drive. Free throw line, kicks it back out to Brandon. Brandon with the with the drive to the hoop. But we got a foul call and a reach in on.
Foul on Pelicans, number 3,
Brandon Royston. That's his 4th. His 4th foul. Team's 5th. Barnesville retains possession. 20-second shot clock in their front court. Down 3. Moshew checks into the game. Jake Strand is also in. He's making a basket move. Quiggle up top with the ball. Tells Moshew to move. He gets him the ball. Faulkner gets it. Nice move inside. And we cut the lead to 1. Great step through by Brody Faulkner. Quickly up the court. Quickly up the court. Here comes Welch. And he got an easy basket.
Basket made by Pelicans, number 23, Jack Welch.
Number 23, Jack Welch. The nice step through move, 51-48. Jake Strand drives down the baseline. They cut him off. He kicks it back out. A little fumble of the action. Moshew and Welch going for the ball. Welch gets it back to Pelican. Iceman's bringing it up the court. They lead by 3 with 9:22 remaining. Ooh, tried to skip it across. Faulkner got those long arms up. Got a great steal. Driving up the court, kicks it out to Strand. Strand lines up a 3, and it's off the mark again. Strand gets the rebound, kicks it to Ellert. Ellert at the top, misses the 5-footer. Torres with the rebound. Some fast-paced action back and forth. Here comes Pelican Rapids back up. Fay with the ball. Iseman kicks it down to Welch. Welch out to Torres. Torres for 3, and it's good. He doubles the lead. 54-48. Wide open. Looks like we got a timeout here. Barnesville. 30-second timeout for Barnesville. The score 54-48 with 8:36 remaining in the game. Torres' three knocks him to 19 points. He leads all scores with 19, with Grant Quiggle leading with 18. Brody Faulkner has 13, with Jack Welch having 12. That's your four leading scorers on the court right now. Timeouts. Pelican Rapids has all 5 of their timeouts. Barnesville's down to 2. Pelican Rapids has 5 fouls. Barnesville 3. Barnesville will be inbounding the ball, trailing by 6 with 8:36 remaining in the game. Faulkner brings it up. And 14 has checked into the game. I got to look up the name. Trade Dawkin. He's guarding Strand right now. Ball's over to Brandon. Brandon swings over to Quiggle. Eisenman's on Quiggle. Quiggle lines up for 3. Off the mark. Torres with the rebound. 6-point lead. Pelican Rapids, they have the ball. Armbar foul called on Adam Brandon. It's his 3rd foul. Team's 4th. Pelican Rapids retains possession. They've got Welch lined up inside. Now they're triple team him. Back over. Wide open 3 off the mark by Tyson Tollerud. Ball was off the mark. Rebound Barnesville. Barnesville kick out to Quiggle. Faulkner out to Quiggle, and Quiggle knocks in another 3. Cuts the lead to 3 again. Pelican Rapids responds with a nice dump down low to Jack Welch, and 6'8". They don't have anybody to stop that. Puts the ball in the hoop. 56-51. Pelican Rapids lead. Faulkner, long 3s off the mark. Rebound Torres. Torres got a 3-on-2 fast break. He lines it up, kicks it out. 3 is off the mark. Faulkner with the rebound as Dawkin missed that 3-point shot from the left wing. Adam Brandon stumbles and falls and loses the ball. Goes to Pelican Rapids. They're bringing the ball up the court. 5-point lead with 6:50 remaining in the game for Pelican Rapids. Brandon's pressuring the ball. Eisenman's dribbling. Kick out to Dawkin. Torres with the 10-foot jumper. Brody with a nice box out tip rebound to himself. Faulkner over to Adam Brandon. Jake Strand drives in against the bigs. Nothing there. Kicks it back out to Faulkner. Faulkner at the high post to Ellert. Ellert goes in for a 10-footer off the mark. Eisenman secures the rebound. Brings it up the court. Kicks it out to Torres, who lines up for another 3. And he's right again downtown. And Pelican Rapids calls a timeout. Torres' 22nd point on another 3-point shot, giving them a 59-51 lead. We got a full timeout. We'll take a little break.
Barnesville Internet has the speed that your family needs. Today, we have smart devices in every room of our homes, from doorbells, thermostats, and lights to smart appliances like vacuums and refrigerators, not to mention TVs, computers, and mobile devices everywhere. With faster speeds at lower prices, now is the time to upgrade to the internet speed you need. More than ever before, your family depends on it, and you can depend on us as your best choice for fast, reliable internet. We're your friends down the street, Barnesville Internet.
All right, welcome back to the Barnesville Sports Arena. Pelican Rapids is holding a 59-51 lead with 6 minutes, 2 seconds remaining in the game. Pelican still has 4 timeouts. That was the first one they used. During the break, I had a chance to get back to the football game to see what the score was, and it's really changed. So for those Indiana fans, they are up over Oregon 35-7. Barnesville brings the ball up the court. Faulkner over to Quiggle. Quiggle inside to Ellert. Nice slip, but the pass was errant and off the mark. Pelican Rapids secures possession. Torres gets the ball on the left. Him and Larson are working a 2-man game. Out to Eisenman. Dawkin. Eisenman drives into the paint, kicks it down to Welch. Oh, nice strip. Jake Strand tips out his hand. It goes off of Welch's leg. Barnesville basketball as Cody Mashu checks into the game for Jake Strand. Barnesville trails by 8 here. Pelican stays in a man-to-man. I don't think they play much more in man-to-man. I'm not quite sure I see them play much zone. They like the man-to-man, and they pressure the ball. They switch it. They box out. When you have 6'8", you can kind of do that a little bit. Of course, the zone will work pretty well, too. Mashu's found in the corner. Kicks it out to Faulkner. We have 14 left on the shot clock. Faulkner over to Brandon. Brandon's looking to eye something up. He attacks the hoop. Nothing there. Steps through, off the mark. Eisenman secures the rebound. Pelican Rapids with the ball over to Torres as they come up the court. 4:40 remaining in the game. They're going to take their time, use some of the clock, up 8. Ball is kicked out to Torres. Torres to Welch. Welch looks to drive to the hoop. Fumbles it out to Eisenman. Eisenman tries to drive on Quiggle. Tipped away by Quiggle, goes out of bounds. 14 remains on the shot clock. Pelican Rapids inbounding the ball in the front court, goes to Welch. Welch over to Dawkin. Torres, Dawkin, Eisenman, down to 7 on the shot clock. Welch, kick out to nobody. Ball was tipped, I guess, by Barnesville. There is 2 left on the shot clock, and Coach Gollingsrud decides I need to draw up a play here. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball in the front court on the left. Timeout here as they lead 59-51 with 4:15 remaining in the game. I would venture to guess they're going to line up for someone to get a quick 3 or throw it down low to Welch to try to get him towards the hoop. Maybe off a screen and roll lob. Either way, they got 2 seconds to get the ball up. You got enough time to catch the ball, take a couple dribbles, and still get a shot up. But we'll see what they design up here, and we'll see what Coach Askegard brings from the Barnesville side of things as far as defense. I would assume you're going to stay man. If you go zone, you're going to give them an open look somewhere, but we'll see what they do. Man-to-man defense. There it is to the corner. There's the lob. They went to Larson, not Welch. And the shot clock violation. They had a great set play. Coach Gollingsrud wanted a hold call. Thought he was being held. From my angle, he might have been right. The refs didn't see it that way. Turnover goes to Barnesville. Faulkner brings up the court. Dawkin is now in the game playing defense. Must be a defensive matchup that Coach Gollingsrud likes. Mashu's off the mark. Long rebound. Torres up to Eisenman, who gets inside to Larson, who has a quick foul on Mashu. That's their 5th. His first. Pelicans sitting on an 8-point lead. We've been on this lead for a while. Eisenman, they designed it to get out to him. Wasn't there. Still plenty of time in the shot clock with 22 seconds. Dawkins screen and roll to Welch. Nothing there. But that, Johnny on the spot. Brady Larson gives him a 10-point lead with an offensive rebound putback. Faulkner tries to drive. He gets his own board back, puts it in, misses a shot, gets a tip, keeps it to himself. Cody Faulkner cuts the lead back to 8 with 3:18 remaining in the game. 61-53. Everybody on this Pelican Rapids team has pretty good handles with the ball. They can dribble left, right. They set hard screens. They roll. They're fundamentally sound. Another characteristic of the Pelican team that I've seen for years. But there's a turnover. Brody Faulkner all the way into the hoop. Cuts it to 6. Coach Asgard runs down to get a timeout call with 2:50 remaining in the game. 61-55 Barnesville. We're going to go full timeout, take a little break.
Barnesville Athletics is brought to you by Barnesville Internet, Strand Ace Hardware, Work Local Barnesville, Barnesville Grocery, Cody's Car Clinic, 4 Hill Farms, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, Dean's Bulk Service, Lee's Electric, Barnesville Booster Club, Bliley's Excavation, Ratzo's Pool Hall. Thank you to all of our sponsors, and as always, go Trojans!
Welcome back to the Barnesville Sports Arena. We've got a 2:50 remaining in the game. 61-55, Pelican Rapids leads. Barnesville just secured a basket, called a quick timeout. They've got 1 remaining. Pelican Rapids has 3. Pelican lines up to go full court. Barnesville lines up in their 2-2-1 full court zone press. Back and forth passes, gets the ball across the midline. Now they go into a 2-3 zone. We haven't seen this much this half. Let's see if it's something set up. They got a great screen and roll look. Wasn't there. 16 remaining on the shot clock as Torres gets out to Eisenman. Over to Fay, over to Torres, who lines up for a 3, and there it is again. That man Torres, he's on fire. Miguel Torres, 25th point of the game on a 3-point shot. Barnesville comes down, Faulkner back out, and he called on the baseline. 64-55. Barnesville trailing by 9 with 2:01 to play in the game. Quick pass to Larson, up to Torres. They had a chance to get it to Welch, but they didn't see him. But they want to run some clock off anyway. Up 9 with $1:50 to play. Eisenman dribbles down the left side. Finds Fay up top, over to Torres. That man has been hot tonight, wanting a foul call. Thinks he's being held. It's going inside to Welch. High-low look to Larson. Larson left-handed, not there. Fay gets the rebound. No shot clock violation, just not quite in time. Barnesville gets the ball back, 64-55, the $1:25 remaining. They got to put a basket. They got to get going. Coaches are like, let's go. They got to get going here. Get a high-low screen. Got to put the ball in the hoop and get a stop. Not there. Kick out to Maschu. Maschu drives, goes into the hoop, off the basket. Backboard and in, I should say. 64-57. Cody Maschu with a 5-foot runner. 1 minute remaining in the game. 1 minute with 7-point deficit. They got to get up and pressure the ball. They're trying to foul Fay. Okay, so Quiggle gets up there, foul. They tried to get a strip. They couldn't get it, so they got a foul. Looks like it's his 3rd, team 6th. .20 seconds on the shot. Inbound. Eisenman's doing some dribbling. Down to 10. We got a reach and foul on Brandon. Eisenman goes to the line.
Fouls on Barnesville's number 2, Adam Brandon. At the line for Pelican, number 2, Ethan
Got a
Eisman.
bonus free throw for Ethan Eisman. That's good. Earning a second. 8-point lead with 41.9 seconds remaining. And the next one is good as well. 9-point lead, 66-57. As Farah checks in for Torres. Brandon brings the ball up the court. He's got to look to get in. He's got to alley to the hoop. He's got a layup. Got a layup. Adam Brandon with the layup. Cuts it to 66-59 with 32.5 seconds remaining in the game. We have a timeout, full timeout. We'll be right back.
Looking for friendly faces and the right tools for the job? Come on down to Strand Ace Hardware. Whether you're fixing a leaky faucet, painting the porch, or just need the right bolt for the job, we've got what you need. From hammers to paint, grills to gardening tools, we've got everything you need to get the job done. Strand Ace Hardware, right around the corner and always right here for you. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
Welcome back as we have a 66-59 Pelican Rapids lead with 32.5 seconds remaining in the game. That was Barnesville's last timeout, so they are out of timeouts. They're bringing the full court pressure as they need to do, down 7. They are in the bonus. Eisenman to enter the ball. They let it go to Torres, back to Eisenman. They're not man pressing, they're still zone pressing, trying to trap, and they called it turnover. Ball went out of bounds. Steele, he stepped on the line. Either way, it's Barnesville's ball. We got a sub in. It's 25.6 seconds to go in the game. Eller to inbound. It goes to Faulkner. They're down 7. They got to go quick. Trying to get the ball to Quiggle. Not there. Losing some time. It goes to Moschu. He tries to line up a 3. Now he does. Lines up a 3. And it's in! 66-62 with 12 seconds to go. And they come in to foul Cody Moschu with the big 3.
Fouls on Barnesville's number 3, Grant Quiggle.
Cuts the lead to 4 as Eisenman goes to the line.
At the line, Pelicans number 2, Ethan Eisman.
10.4 seconds remaining. Eisman to the line, and his first shot's good. Pretty comfortable. Very nice stroke there, pretty comfortable, as we're going to have another sub coming back in the game. 67-62 Pelican Rapids. Eisenman steps the line to shoot a second. And he put that one in. 68-62, 10 seconds to go. Barnesville's got to race up the court, try to get something up quickly. They're taking a lot of time. They're not going to get a shot off. The ball's tipped and stolen, and the game is over. Your final score in Barnesville. It was the Pelican Rapids Vikings 68. The Barnesville Trojans 62. We'll be right back with some stats.
Barnesville Athletics is brought to you by Barnesville Internet, Strand Ace Hardware, Work Local Barnesville, Barnesville Grocery, Cody's Car Clinic, Fort Hill Farms, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, Dean's Bulk Service, Lee's Electric, Barnesville Booster Club, Bliley's Excavation, Ratzo's Pool Hall, Thank you to all of our sponsors, and as always, go Trojans!
All right, welcome back to the Barnesville Sports Arena, where your final score tonight was the Barnesville Trojans 68, the Pelican Rapids Vikings 68, the Barnesville Trojans 62. Getting some final stats sent up to me here real quickly. Very good game tonight, back and forth. Pelican Rapids seemed to always get that early lead and seemed to always keep it. Barnesville would cut it to 3, but they always had an answer getting it back to 5 or 6, either on a 3-point shot from Torres. Miguel Torres had an outstanding game tonight. Or they get the ball inside, and Jack Welch or Grady Larson, who was a workhorse inside, were getting baskets off offensive rebounds or layups. We have scoring looks like this. Iseman finished with 6 points on 6 free throws, all in the second half. Torres had 9 points on 3 3-pointers in the second half, finishing the night with 6 3-pointers, 7 3-pointers, I should say, and 25 points. Faye had 4 points. Grady Larson had 9 points in the second half to go along with 8 in the first for 17. Welch had 4 second half points to go along with 10 in the first for 14 for their final score of 68. They had 36 first half, 32 in the second. Barnesville finished with Logan Ellert having 5 points. Adam Brandon had 10 points in the second half, finishing with 14. Grant Quiggle had 9 points in the second half on 3 3-pointers, finishing with 22. And I lost my book here, so I got to get back to it. With Brody Faulkner having 8 points in the second half and 9 in the first for 17. And Cody Moshew finished with 5 points in the second half as Barnesville tallied 35 points in the second half, 28 in the first for their final of 62 total points. So a 68-62 Pelican Rapids victory improves their record to 8-2 on the season, I should say. And next up for them will be Tuesday night Barnesville is now 5-6. Let me get this right. Next up for Barnesville is West Central area in Barnesville on Tuesday. They just come in with a 3-6 record. Pelican Rapids now stands at 8-2, or is it 9-2? And they will be up next against Hillcrest Lutheran on Thursday, January 15th in Hillcrest. So, once again, from the Barnesville Sports Arena tonight, it was Pelican Rapids with a Heart of Lakes Conference victory, 68-62. We will see you next time. Have a great night.